All right, hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda back here once again on the Outlast trials, and in this video, I'm going to be doing my very first run of the brand new MK challenge, Stash the Contraband. We are on the introductory difficulty because the only way to directly play this MK right now is through the under surveillance event, and I don't want to have to deal with the event variators and dealing with all that while I'm trying to explore the trial and just learn stuff about it. So we are on introductory here, and they actually made introductory even easier in this patch. So we should have even less of a difficult time. Although this is, of course, on the docks map, as we suspected, as it is related to the storage and transportation of the drugs. So kind of interesting. I think the other one's probably going to be on downtown. I haven't obviously done it yet, but yeah, I was surprised, honestly. I thought we were going to have two for downtown. But either way, this should be pretty cool. And before I jump into this, I just want to say thank you guys so much. We have reached 1,000 subscribers on the channel. I really, really appreciate that. I'll probably make a separate video just as a quick thanks to everyone who has supported me all this time. It's been quite a fun time doing all these trials. I really didn't expect, honestly, when I started doing these for people to even want to watch it. I was kind of just doing the videos for fun, as I've been on YouTube making videos for easily over 10 years at this point, probably like 15 plus years, when I used to do a lot of RuneScape videos and stuff. So it's just something I kind of do. So I kind of wanted to do it for this game, which I'm really enjoying and I'm really passionate about. But yeah, I mean, we've come quite far to 1,000 subscribers. I mean, I feel like 1,000 is one of the biggest milestones, honestly, because it's like, 4 digits, everything. Obviously, once you get up to bigger numbers like 10, 100,000, ridiculousness like that, those are obviously huge milestones as well. But that first 1,000 is definitely really special. So huge shout out to all of you guys. I really appreciate all the support. And we will be doing the big escalation live stream. It's not going to be right away. I will have a little bit of time to plan it. I'm thinking maybe the weekend of April 12th would be a good time to do it, because I'm going to need to I'm going all in on this. Okay, I'm going to be taking days off work. We're going to be it's going to be a multi-day event. Okay, because we are going for 300 plus in escalation, 500. We're going as high as we can possibly get. So that's going to be a multi-day live stream. It's going to be huge. Make sure to keep an eye out. Keep watching the videos. I'll talk more about it, and when I confirm the date, I'll make sure to make a post and potentially schedule it for people to see. But yeah, that was the idea behind the 1,000 subscriber event, is the big escalation live stream. So that should be pretty fun. And yeah, what else do I have to say? Oh yeah, one other thing I wanted to mention. This is sort of back to Outlast trial stuff, but again, thank you guys so much. I'm really happy that we made it to 1,000 subs, and I hope you're still enjoying the content, especially those of you who've been around since the beginning. But one thing I wanted to mention, in the patch notes, of course, we did have the buff to blind, which is why I'm bringing it here to get a little bit of a feel about how that is going to be. But I went ahead and looked back at the patch history just to see what it used to be. And when blind was originally out, the basic deploy time, like the standard, was 2 seconds, and the deploy upgrade was 1.5 seconds. So it was extremely fast. I mean, I remember that blind was easily the king rig back in the day, in the first few updates and the first few patches in early access. Then they nerfed that to 3 seconds and 2 seconds, which was still really good in all honesty. But then in the next patch, when Program Geister came out, they nerfed it a lot. Went from 3 base seconds to 5, and then 2 to 4. So that was a huge nerf, doubled the deploy time if you had the technique upgrade. So that was when stun became the better rig, because also in that patch, stun had its duration increased from 3 to 5 seconds, or if you had the extended duration, 5 to 8 seconds. And but they did nerf the battery you got back, which who cares? So yeah, that was kind of the transition point when stun became the king. And then even after that, on the Winter Kills patch, they nerfed blind even more, where they made it so that the base deploy time was up to 6 seconds, so plus another second, and the deploy technique upgrade was another plus 1 second. So it was 6 and 5 seconds, so it was horrible. It also halved the amount of time that the smoke was around, from 20 to 10 seconds, and increased the cooldown by 50%. So I really don't know why they completely gutted it there. The one thing they did which made sense was, if you weren't around during early access, if you popped a blind and an enemy walked into the smoke after the blind had already popped, they would still get the full stun duration of the blind, which was obviously really, really strong and made no sense, but it was super fun and nice to use it that way. But still, yeah, did not really make a lot of sense. That made sense to be removed, but all these other nerfs on top of it, that was when blind definitely became worse than stun, and I moved to using that for the most part. And then when the full game came out, they rebuffed it up a little bit. They brought it back down to 5 and 4 seconds, increased the base smoke duration a little bit again. But then they also buffed stun and reduced its cooldown. So yeah, they had it at, what was that? I said 5 and 4 seconds, and now they haven't touched it since release, I don't think. Yeah, I'm scrolling through the patch notes here, and today is when they've just now buffed it once again back down to 4 seconds for the base deploy time, 3 seconds for the upgrade, and I think that's good. So let's jump into the trial now. Sorry for all that yapping. Just took you on a little tour of history there of the blind rig and a couple of rig changes. And here we are, Stash the Contraband at the docks. We are starting in the same location as we start in for Poison the Cattle. And, Empty the Vault does not start here. So this is the Poison the Cattle starting location. We have a hobo on site. You still have the Franco traps, so you can't be avoiding those just because we're on introductory. But yeah, this looks pretty much identical, so maybe not a whole lot to see here at the moment. Yeah, what's up, man? I will definitely be keeping an eye out, by the way, for Amelia, who it said in the patch notes you could maybe spot her. I'm gonna land on this glass, aren't I? No. All right, so let's see. So far, the same as Poison the Cattle, like I said. Okay, so here we have the different thing. Package in the shipping yard. So this is where obviously the place would be. Oh, missing drug packet. Okay, so this is where you bring the drugs. And here we have the mannequin doors. Okay, so in the patch notes, of course, the jammer rig was changed to be able to open these mannequin doors, which previously... Oh, and they just turn around here. Okay. Previously, these mannequin doors only existed on Cleanse the Orphans, if I remember right, and I figured one of these new trials must have added them in as well, because otherwise it would be strange for them to randomly add that to the jammer. Excuse me, sorry about that. So it looks like we have to bring the drugs to these little spots so we can come through here. Of course, the layout of the map is still quite familiar. Let's grab this bottle. Been a little bit short on items, honestly. But we probably don't have too much to worry about. It'd be nice to make sure we take note of where the enemies are. Obviously, increased threat will generally have more enemies, but we can maybe deal with it. Oh, also, I just saw the objective pop up. Casino, 0 out of 3. Chemco Lab and Train Depot, 0 out of 3. So you have to hide 9 total drugs in these locations. So this is going to be an inventory-heavy MK challenge, similar to things like Drill the Futterman. This is definitely the most needed in any case. So on things like Escalation, where you get like limited like there's certain variator configurations where you can have 1 inventory slot in Escalation. So this trial would be an absolute nightmare in that case. Obviously, we're going to want to do this trial quite a bit, get experienced with it before our big Escalation run. Okay, we're coming through the shipping yard. Okay, this is new. 4/8, April 8th. That is when it's all popping off with Amelia. That is literally 2 weeks from today when part 2 of the event starts. So that is very, very cool to see. 4/8, folks, is what we're waiting for. That definitely confirms in my mind that we're going to be seeing something crazy go down for the second half of this event. Most of the time for these events, it's just a one-off thing where you have the event and that's it. But this, you have part 1 and then part 2 is kind of just more of the same. But in this case, we may see additional things happening. And now I'm kind of like wanting to look outside the trials and try and spot Amelia going through here. Obviously, we're not seeing any of the new secondary objective or anything like that because we are on introductory here. But yes, okay, so it looks like right there is where we get the drugs. I'll stop messing about here. So here we have it. Delivery location 3 in each of these. I assume that doesn't change. I wonder if there's more required for larger groups. But yeah, so we've got our first set, and I mean we can just run straight back to here. You don't really need to interact with the mannequin door if you don't want to. There's pretty easy accessible ways around it here, so we can take those. And I assume it's just similar to Poison the Medicine. You just it's like reverse keys almost. All right. Oh, okay. Wow. So there's one. You only can put one in each. So there's 3 different places to put them in each of these locations. Dang. Okay, this is going to be definitely a knowledge-heavy one as well. You need to, like... What is going on? Am I tripping? Hold on. Have I really been stepping on that glass? I don't know. I guess I'm an idiot. My bad. Train depot 2nd floor. Yes, of course. So yeah, definitely, like, do you know... Okay, so this is open, which is not open in Poison the Cattle. So that's good to know. This is available in Empty the Vault. Okay, we have more of the mannequin doors here. Hello, hello. Okay, so this could take a while to open potentially. I assume someone's going to come out of this one. Or yeah. Okay, we hear you can hear the light tick over. Cool. I like this. I'm not. You know, I'm kind of a fan of this mechanic. Okay, so we have one right here. So pretty easy to spot them. Kind of. I mean, barrels are pretty common thing to see, but these are clearly marked with the Murkoff logo and the biohazard. So yeah, just like knowing where these could possibly be will be very, very important to being successful. Chemco Lab is that way. So yeah, it looks like we have the full 2nd floor of the train depot is just completely open and available here. And you even have the back stairwell that you can I jump over this, please? Is this oh no, this is just a room. I thought this was a back stairwell. I wonder if there's signs like on the doors, if there's maybe like if there had been a barrel in there. Okay. So Franco's intermittent in this trial, it seems. Good to know. He can come out of the doors at random times and roam around. Are you going this way? You are. Good. Yes, please let me through this door. Yeah, definitely good. Gonna want to keep an eye out around the place for potential signs, because they do like to do that. Give you a little sign or indication. Okay, here we have the final one for this area. Get stuff into the location, and there we have it. I like how it just sinks away, as if that small amount of extra weight from the packet is enough to bring it down. Okay, so none of those were really in like clearly discernible doorways to like see if you had a sign for them. I didn't see one like on the, obviously on these mannequin doors there's no icon, so it might just be you have to find them, but again, we'll keep an eye out. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe they, oh wow, almost walked into that. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe they had them available in the Chemco area, because they have signs there. Okay, so this door is closed. Is there a lever on the other side? Or is this just a jammer on? Oh. Are we opening? Okay, so these are like the timed gates from Destroy the Evidence, I guess. Although there was no loud alarm that indicated it was opening. I don't know how long those are open and closed for. But I do not like timed gates like that, since they're unreliable, obviously, and just annoying. We do have what seems to be the full reign of the shipyard here, but there's no packets that we need to drop off here, so it's kind of just where you get the packets. It's more of a transitional area. Kind of how the casino and that area are for Poison the Cattle, where you're just ending up at the Chemco place. So there's quite a lot of these. Okay, so this could potentially be closed by this gate. There's quite a lot of the mannequins around. Oh, here we have one of the ones in the casino. So yeah, I assume these things can be in pretty much any place. Definitely gonna. So was there a sign on this door? Okay, so it seems like signs on the doors, not something we're gonna rely on. We have one of the alarm doors there, which you generally do, I believe, want to avoid opening because they do summon an additional enemy. Looks like maybe we could have one back here behind the slots. Yes, we do. Very nice. So yeah, I mean, the map is pretty familiar, it seems, but I'm kind of a fan of this objective, although I'm saying that now. I'm sure when I'm on psychosurgery and constantly being hounded by enemies, I'm going to be a little bit less happy about having to hamstring my inventory. But for the time being, it's all gravy. This door also could be closed by that. Let's head into the... Ah, dang it. I keep forgetting that we can maybe take the stairs up from this room over here. But yeah, so I'm familiar with this map from... Where are we, buddy? Underneath? I don't know. Obviously, I'm familiar with this map from Poison the Cattle, so nothing super new. And we do have our last one here on the stage with the lads making it rain and whatnot. Oh, that was weird. Another location here for the mannequin doors, and there's another alarm door as well. Let's check what's going on up here on the top floor. Obviously, you certainly could have spawns up here for places to put the drugs, and maybe even in a room like this. I don't know. Is that Franco? Yeah. Honestly, I didn't even know about this window. That's kind of cool to learn. I've never even been in this little room. There's not a real reason to go in there. Okay, I wasn't wrong. I was not stepping on that glass. They've changed it so that when you're running and you jump, it's a level 3 sound. Wait, what? That, I obviously stepped on the glass. No, that's bugged. Does that actually count as a level 3 sound? I'm clearly jumping over the glass, not landing on it. But when I run and jump normally, it's not a level 3 sound. What if I jump over, like, this mine? What if the mine just blew up? Okay, so I don't know if this is a bug. I mean, it's clearly a bug, right? I don't know what's going on there. You seem to get level 3 sound bars around your screen, at least. I don't know if they're actually real. Of course. Okay, no, this is also an alarm door, so the only way around the alarm door easily is if this gate is RNG'd to be open. So yeah, I'm not a fan of that at all. This whole thing, also RNG'd gate, that would maybe let you go around not using the mannequins. I'm now realizing, of course, that I do have to go back to the... Oh, the vault is open here. The Franco vault. Oh my lord. This, yeah, let's not linger in there for too long. Yes, sir, can you please let me in? You're definitely going to want the jammer on this trial if you're hoping to have any sort of speed, I would say. Good thing to know here is that you can jump off of this without taking damage. That's always useful on Poison the Cattle. But yeah, let's head back over to the shipyard and grab the last set. So yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot to explore that's new on this trial necessarily, but cool to see the different objective being utilized. And yeah, I think I think this trial will be difficult obviously on high difficulties, whatever. I think this will be a hard trial. Especially, I mean, it obviously will depend a lot on where do they put enemies, because right now it seems like we only have sporadic Franco. There's another 4-8 from Amelia. Those are the only two I've seen, I believe. And here we are in the Chemco lab, of course, so we have one of our things here on the bottom floor. But yeah, as I was saying, depending on where enemies are placed, it's definitely going to be a difficult trial. Thankfully, this area doesn't have poison gas in it. Imagine, that would be actually terrible. And yeah, I mean, being on introductory, it really pings these and points them out to you pretty blatantly. But that won't normally happen with limited intel and stuff from psychosurgery. But yeah, okay, looks like this whole area is open as well, so seems pretty much the same map set as Poison the Cattle, except we have the changes of the doors to be the timed gates and then the mannequin activated doors as well. And we have the alarm doors, which I believe were previously only featured on the toy factory that I remember. The mannequins can even have trip mines in their path. That's kind of crazy. They are pretty slow, aren't they? I mean, my goodness. Kind of a pain having to wait for them. Get out of my way, freak. Okay, so where's our final one? It's got to be around here somewhere. Maybe in this room. Although I thought we already came in here. Thankfully we... Oh. Yeah, very strange. They silently switch, so you don't have any idea if you need to be in a hurry to make it to one or not. I'm just going to open this. I kind of think our thing's on the other side of this. Yes, it is. Very good. So it can be all the way down in this hallway. Obviously, someone is coming out to come investigate that sound, but we are done. Hide the drugs in Franco's barrels. And now it is just get the heck out. Good timing on this thing opening up, unless that's like a scripted thing. I don't know. Probably not. But now we just have to get back to the start. So same map as Poison the Cattle, although even bigger because we have full access to the train station area here. Like, even here there's a staircase that you can go up, but that is not where we want to go. Franco is right there. So we can maybe sneak up behind him and place this down. Get a taste of the buffed blind placement. Definitely noticeable. See if we can get him to walk into it. Okay, very cool. Don't forget to smash the like button down below, folks. Greatly appreciate that if you could. And don't forget to subscribe as well. We're up to 1,000, of course. Alright, let's go. We're up to 1,000 now, but we'd love to keep growing. Love to have you on board. Join the squad. But yeah, overall, cool trial. I'm obviously, Franco, I'm not the biggest fan of in general. Partially or even mostly because of his laser traps, but yeah, I think that one will be difficult on psychosurgery because not only do you have, like, if you want to do a whole area in one trip, you need to use your entire inventory because you only have 3 unless you bring the backpack amp, which would sacrifice noise reduction, which is definitely tough to do. Oh, no, it does count. It seems like if you jump over the glass, it counts as a sound trap right now. I'm almost certain that's bugged. I don't think I actually stepped on glass 7 times. If so, that's not good. Although Red Barrels is usually pretty quick to fix things like this. Hopefully they do that fast because that's actually a very annoying one, especially for me when I'm going for A+. But we did manage the A+. I mean, it's introductory despite the bug. But yeah. Cool new trial. I definitely think it's good that they make use of the different objectives, and I like how it's scattered all throughout. I thought you at the start, I thought you were going to have to do all 3 into that one barrel, but you actually have to explore the area. Going to be a little bit annoying and slow paced on higher difficulties because you're probably not going to want to sacrifice your entire inventory for the drug bags, and you're going to also have to be waiting for both the timed gates potentially and the mannequins. Which are not very fast. So overall, we'll see how that pans out. Obviously, it'll be the first trial we cover on the Under Surveillance event videos, which will be coming right after I finish the next trial on Introductory for the exploratory run-through, which will be Kidnap the Mistress. So we'll get a front row seat to how difficult it really will be on Psychosurgery with the Under Surveillance new variators. So either way, thank you guys for watching. Sorry these videos are coming out a little bit later in the day. I was quite busy today and wasn't able to get them out as early as I liked. Thankfully, I got the patch review out at a reasonable time, but we will have Kidnap the Mistress before the end of the day. I'll see you guys there.